Well, hi, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of Eat Acres. I wanted to say in this video, you guys, that I have been noticing something that has been increasing at a crazy rate, and that is the toxicity on YouTube. Channels I've never heard of or seen before coming up in my recommendations. I know the reason why, because I'm a veteran YouTuber. I've been around long enough, and I know how it works, so I know why they're doing what they're doing. If you were a sponge, would you want to soak up crystal clear, clean, fresh water? Or would you want to soak up and absorb sewage? Which is it? Because that's what you're absorbing based on what you watch, whether it's on cable TV, satellite TV, YouTube, Netflix, the list goes on. But I have been seeing people putting out videos that are just flat out not true. They're just not true. Because I've traveled with Bridget, and we've talked to all kinds of people, you guys, and I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing what these people are pumping out on YouTube. There is one guy on YouTube, I'll show you a thumbnail. I'm not going to mention his channel because it's just not worth it, because this person just doesn't deserve it. But this YouTuber is putting out stuff, you guys, that is just toxic, negative, false information that'll just make you sick to your stomach. Do you guys ever watch stuff on YouTube that when you get done watching it, it just makes you absolutely sick to your stomach? Because it's just so gut-wrenching, the toxic information they're putting out. It's all fake, you guys. They're doing it for views, because you know why? The number one thing on YouTube that pulls views is drama. Drama is the number one thing that gets YouTuber views. And whenever they upload drama and they talk about something that people find interesting, whether true or not, that's what gets them huge views. That's the reason why they're doing it. It doesn't mean that they believe what they're telling you. They're only telling you what they're telling you because they want to get somewhere on their channel. They're lying to you, you guys. Absolutely flat out lying to you. I don't support those channels. I don't watch those channels. And when they come up, I click on the little dot icons below the video and I tell YouTube, don't recommend this channel to me again. I don't want to see it. Being on YouTube for 16 years, I've seen this kind of stuff time and time and time again, where they talk about how everybody today is toxic. How today nobody can make a friend. That's false. How today everybody is a liar, a scammer, a cheat. Pick your words, the list goes on and on and on. And they also do videos about how women will financially destroy you, ruin you, wreck your life. You guys, that is so false. That is flat out false. These guys that live by this ideology that women are going to ruin your life, these are men that never look at themselves in the mirror. These are men that always put the blame on someone else, like a narcissist. That's what a narcissist does. It's never their fault. They never take personal responsibility for what they're doing in their life or how they're treating others. They will always blame someone outside of themselves. They do no wrong. They're perfect. It's never their fault. They never say they're sorry. They never make mistakes. It's always someone else's fault. These are the people you don't want to listen to. These are certainly the people you don't want to watch, because it's false. When I look back on my life, you guys, my personal life, and I compare the days of when I was living alone and I was single throughout my entire life, and I compare it to when I was in a relationship, it's night and day. And when I was in a relationship, it was far better than living alone and being by myself. I was always better off being with someone I loved and cared about me than when I was living by myself. Living by myself was a very lonely, depressing existence. I hated it. I'm too much of a people person to be living under a rock, in a shell, closed and shutting out the world. People that live like that are going to be miserable people the rest of their life. I've talked about this in videos before, you guys. If I could not be around other people, I'm not talking about all the time, every waking hour of my day. I'm just saying, if I couldn't go around other people and talk to people and get to know people and have conversations with people, I would die like a rose without water. I would wilt away and die. I like talking to people. I like picking people's brain. I like having conversations with people. I enjoy being around people. because it's a distraction in life. You don't think about the problems of the world when you're having a conversation with somebody and they're telling you experiences with their life and you're telling them experiences about your life. You know, that's healthy. That's what we're all put on this planet for, is to lift each other up, help each other, be there for one another, be friendly to each other, be respectful to each other. These people that are walking around that are like toxic apples, trying to bring the rest of the bushel down with them, you got to get those people out of your life, you guys. Those people are toxic demons. They will also make you hate the world. They will make you hate your life. They will make you hate society. You guys, not much has changed with people today. We adapt. We've been doing this for generations. We adapt as the world changes. And yes, I understand that the world is a darker place today than it was generations ago, but we're still adapting. We still are the people we are. When you look at a lot of things that went on in the past and how it's changed for the better, for instance, serial killers. Did you know that there were more dangerous serial killers in the 1970s than right now today? You barely ever even hear of that word, that term. You're always going to have bad people. You're always going to have people that are toxic. It was that way in the 70s. It was that way in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s. Look at the 1930s. Look at Bonnie and Clyde. Look at how ruthless they were. I mean, you've always had bad people in the world. The difference is now, today, bad people can use social media to make videos so they can spread their disease faster than they could in person. These are the channels, you guys, you need to avoid. They're going to make you sick. They're going to rot your brain. And you're going to soak up their false information like sewage, like that sponge I was telling you about. Don't let it. Don't let it. Things were hard 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and things are hard today. I'm going to do everything that I can do to better my life. I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going to listen to people that are going to wreck my destiny, people that are going to hurt my future, people that are going to hurt my will, people that are going to change my mind for the worse, not for the better. You don't want to deal with people like that, you guys. You have to recognize it right off the bat, and you have to shut it out. You have to get rid of those people. Don't listen to them. Don't give them 2 minutes of your time. Don't believe what the BS that they're feeding you, because it's all BS. Because you know what's going to happen to all the single guys out there that have shut out women and say, I want nothing to do with women the rest of my life? They're going to end up with severe carpal tunnel syndrome. That's what's going to happen to them. And they're going to be lonely. They're going to be depressed and very unhappy and miserable underneath of it all. They will never admit that. They will never admit that. And they will always blame someone else for their situation that they're in, for the life that they're living. It will always be someone else's fault. It's never them. They're innocent. They're not guilty of a damn thing. They're perfect in their eyes. They do everything right. They didn't do anything wrong. They'll never say they're sorry. They never admit to anything. It's everybody else is the problem. It's not me. It's everybody else. Those are the people you need to get the hell out of your life. People don't want to hear the truth. People, for whatever reason, don't seek out honesty. They'd rather watch crap that is going to lead them down a dark road, down a rabbit hole that's only going to get worse and worse and worse, like a disease untreated. That's what it's going to do, you guys. And the sooner you recognize it, the better off you're going to be when you put a stop to it. Because that's a place you don't want to end up. Because the more of that crap you watch, the more of it is going to show up in your feed. You need to get that crap out of your life, you guys. That's the best advice I can give you for today, because it's absolutely 100% true. And I wouldn't make this video talking about this if it weren't so. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.